Y'all, Irix Guy here, back again in very sketchy weather, very questionable weather. Just want to get tuned in from some major, and I mean major, studio updates. You may have watched my testing show yesterday where I did where I broke out the ATEM, ATEM, and that is going to revolutionize the studio. So I'm working on that. Actually, my studio lighting should be in tomorrow. So expectation is that I will have the studio perfectly lit and be able to do a live show with the best video and audio quality that you've ever seen. And man, this weather's sketchy, man. It is super sketchy. Sketchiest weather I've been in, though. I was on a go fast thing, and it's not like lightning on land, which is also scary, but yeah, lightning at sea was super scary. And we were probably, I forget the miles, I think, what was it, 20 nautical miles or so offshore, which is pretty significant. Gray says, "Hey, Irix Guy, are you in the U.S. Virgin Islands right now?" No, I'm in, I'm in the middle of a rainstorm. If you ever heard of a place called Georgia, in a place called Georgia right now. Yeah, it's raining, it's getting kind of questionable, but welcome aboard, by the way. This is just a walk and casual talk live show. Again, you probably hear that wind. Whoa, man. That's about 25 knots, 30 knots. Considerable amount of wind out here. There's water beating up on my iPhone XR. It's pretty bad, but you got to get the cardio, I remember years ago when you used to post on the Virgin Islands. Yeah, and I've got actually one of the things I'm going to be doing, and right now because of the current situation, it's just it doesn't make sense to be out and about traveling. So but as soon as this clears, I definitely want to the British Virgin Islands. I apologize for the intermittent disc picking up. It's funny. Welcome aboard, man. Hey, Brad, tomorrow, Wednesday, either Wednesday or Thursday, I'm probably going to have live streaming gear set up. So I'm going to try to do a live show from the studio either tomorrow and or Wednesday. Or Thursday, rather. So, yeah, I'm outside right now just walking in the rain and doing the live stream. But, yeah, I'm working on... Ray says, "Irix Guy, what do you do for a living?" Well, I do... I run several business ventures. And the bulk of them, I do a lot of social media marketing. I do social media marketing. I do dabble with stocks. Primarily Pink Sheets, the sketchiest of the sketch. I do quite a bit with that. Primarily, though, it's social media marketing and affiliate ventures, because there's a lot of hidden gems out there if you just if you take the time to explore, and not just explore but actually play with these various business models. There's a lot of room for growth. I should say there is a lot of room for growth, but there's also a lot of opportunity for growth as well. There's opportunity to discover, as they would call them, niche markets. And I've been fortunate enough to find a variety of niche type markets to continue to penetrate. So that's my biggest thing. I mean, I dabble with real estate and all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's not, as people say, they often say, diversification should be paramount. And, I believe in that statement to some degree. But I also feel that some people diversify so much with their career pursuits that, that what happens is that they try to do too many things concurrently. And by doing that, yes, they may do really well at all of them, but sometimes if you put too many pursuits out there, you don't really get to hit the jackpot, as I would call it. So, if you do a few, if you've kind of got your heavy hitter and you make that your top priority, and then you've got a few other concurrent pursuits, that's good. You never want, it's just part of the cellular network. But yeah, I was breaking up again. I should be back now. Sorry about that. If I do, I'll come right back. It's all this wind and lightning strikes. But yeah, I mean, don't stretch yourself too thin entrepreneurially. That's a funny word, entrepreneurially. It's hard to say. But yeah, stretch yourself enough to where you've got multiple concurrent, highly profitable pursuits. Because, I'm one of these, and again, I'm going to be doing some, I always, for some reason, thought you were from Ohio. No, I've been to Ohio a few times. They've got some good sandwich shops in Ohio. That's really about all I remember about Ohio. And then when you're in Ohio, you go to, right before you go into Cincinnati, there's that bridge, and it's got, I don't know, it's just a big bridge before you go into Cincinnati. Yeah, I'm from down south, man. Down south. But yeah, I like to get all over the place. And, part of the reason that, that all of these, it's all good. Yeah, thank you. It's good to have all these things going because, if you don't have things to grow, see, my thrill comes from having an idea, not just on paper, not necessarily on paper, but in my head, and taking the idea on paper or in my head, from my head, and putting into action and seeing how successful it becomes. Because that's my goal. I'm not here to become a multimillionaire just for the sake of becoming a multimillionaire. I'm here to financially free myself and eliminate the question, how much does that cost? Once I hit the point to where I never have to ask, how much does that cost, then I know I've done something right. So that's where I'm going with all these multiple concurrent ventures, and I'm having a good time. I mean, it's not like I'm scrubbing, and nothing wrong with that, but it's not like I'm scrubbing industrial bins every day or doing a job that's not necessarily fun. I'm able to it's a lot of mental effort, to make these things, profitable. But, I always feel I remain confident, and I'll stand by that they were, married, got a kid. So, that's the thing. I mean, you get married, you get children, all that, that's a heightened expense. So you got to really hustle and make more. Mike, AKA the Drone Ranger, welcome aboard, man. We're just chatting about entrepreneurship with Grace, and we're doing, so this is the outdoor show, and going to be doing a studio show. Like I was saying, my studio equipment should be here tomorrow or Thursday. And once it gets here, the studio is going to be the best quality you've seen yet. Hi, Mikey, have you seen my key? The Drone Ranger. Man, it is coming down hard out here. I'm getting soaked. I can read the comments. But it's like it's raining, man. It's like the sky is falling. This precipitation is falling from the sky. Yeah, I got the joke too. That's funny. I was kind of slow because I got raindrops on my screen. Out here hustling to survive and burn some fat. So yeah, but man, that ATEM, and I'll be giving a studio tour tomorrow night. and tomorrow and or Thursday, and it's just a game changer. It's amazing how a little piece of equipment can make a live streaming workflow so much better. I mean, once I set that thing up last night or yesterday evening, I was able to get you got to watch out now. All these politically correct people, they say that's wrong. That's crazy. I remember I was at it's when Kevin Mitchell played for the San Francisco Giants. He was MVP at the time, and I was in Brave Stadium, the old Brave Stadium, and he came up, and it was after batting practice before the game, the Giants and the Braves, and he slid his bat over the dugout, and I was probably like maybe 7, 8 years old at the time, and I didn't get into a fight, but I was pulling with this other guy. This other guy was trying to get the Kevin Mitchell's bat, and then somebody in the audience, they said, or in the stadium rather, they said, let me flip a baseball card. Heads you win, tails you win. And it landed on my side, and the kid didn't put up a sore loser fight, so I got the bat. The only thing is, although I've got a picture getting the bat from Kevin Mitchell, it was never autographed, which is cool. I mean, I know it's real. I know it was, handed to me directly, which was pretty cool. But yeah, that was in, you saying the tomahawk chop reminded me of that. That was back in the days when all this political correctness didn't. Because now if you do that, which I think is ridiculous, but I don't even want to turn on the news. I hate the fake news. I don't. Yes, it has. It has gone way too far. Everybody's out trying to sue somebody for something. Everybody's out trying to start a political war about something just because they can. And the bad part is that none of these businesses, that's the bad part. None of these businesses are willing to stand up for the few of these businesses and teams and all that are willing to stand up for their brand, because they know if they stand up for it, they're going to say, oh, well, I'm not going to buy from them because they wouldn't change their name. It's just ridiculous. I hate politics. But anyway, we got 8 for the green screen. Those Godox lights is what they're called. And, but yeah, I'm excited because, see, I figured, and it's not the ATEM Mini Pro, and it'll just loop a video. So that video will become my background, my green screen background. And it's really cool how that technology works. I mean, often if you can get a dedicated piece of hardware to do your heavy lifting, like your keying and switching among cameras and merging content from multiple cameras, if you can get a dedicated piece of hardware to do that, you're taking the memory, you're reducing the memory and have questioned ATEM Mini Pro. They've why would I want to buy a video demonstration of this? But multi-view is really cool because basically what it creates, and this could be on a computer monitor, this could be on a smart TV, it creates a display, and it shows all 4 cameras. And you keep dropping, must not have best cellular signal. Yeah, the cellular signal's bad, and it's raining really hard, and there's lightning strikes around, and it's just, it's intense. But I am burning. Hey, New Jersey, I remember going to, and that was a fun experience because I went over there, and these people were talking about, what's it called? The Jersey Shore Lavalette. Did I? You've got to pay a toll to walk down the beach, which I've always found to be kind of crazy. You know, you gotta pay a toll to walk down the beach. So I was walking not down the beach, but I was walking off, you know, on the shore part of Lavalette. You know, the shore side where the houses are, right alongside the beach, not on the boardwalk. Because if you walk on the boardwalk or the beach, every few hundred feet or so you go, then you got to pay for you know, an armband or whatever. So I was doing it on the cheap, and what I was doing was, you know, walking down the what's it called, the neighborhood area. I was walking over there, and then this car came up, and they're like, "You going the wrong way? You going the wrong way?" I'm sure I can't do really a New Jersey accent, but that's what they were saying, and I just thought it was funny. I mean, they said that, and then they flipped me a bird, and I'm like, "That's cool. That's cool, man." But man, the food there, the Italian food is phenomenal. The Italian food's phenomenal, and then also the what's it called? Had something in the bread, and I asked my friend that I was there with. He's from Philly, right? He's from Philly, and you know, he said it's in the water. He says it's in the water. That's what he said, and I believe him, because the food up there, any type of bread, pasta, man, it is all good up there in the Northeast, Jersey, New York. You know, you get some amazing food up there, that's for sure. So yeah, it's a good place. I don't know if I want to live there, just because it's kind of crazy, but you know, it is what it is. And yeah, we're gonna get that studio show going and get that stuff cranked up. Evan, welcome aboard, man. Welcome aboard. I want to remind everyone, don't forget to super chat. You can choose to do so. You got that little chat icon in the corner of in the chat area. It just says super chat. You can super chat if you want to do it. Super good thing to do if you choose to do so. So, yep. Hey, let's see. Willman, Kentucky. Hey, man. Willman, Kentucky, or Willman KY. Very good to have you. Again, thanks so much for your feedback yesterday during my studio test, because I was trying to sort out the you know, the audio and video issues, and I'm convinced now, based upon your feedback, Willman KY, and several others, that you know, that ATEM Mini Pro I've got in my studio now is the goose's feather. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be the king for live streaming. So with that being said, I'm super excited. Yeah, I mean, I am super stoked about that, and that's going to be a great tool for you know, for live streams. Super duper good tool. And whew, man, this rain, I don't know if y'all can see it on the screen here, but I've got tons of rain falling on me. I'm just walking back and forth, burning this fat off and doing a live stream. Again, if you want a super chat, that is awesome if you do so. Trying to ramp up, you know, not just the super chats during live shows, but also the Patreon, patreon.com/IrixGuy. It'd be great stuff if, you know, if anybody that supports me on there, it's, you know, it really helps the show, because I'm trying to upgrade all the equipment, and, you know, being an independent channel, it's been kind of a slow process, but because of y'all's support, I've been able to, you know, to slowly upgrade. So thank y'all. And it's easy to do. All all the links are in this video's description. So yeah, man, it is just great. Well, it's not great weather. It's actually dumping rain. But you know, when it's 80 something degrees and you're getting rained on, it feels good. I mean, you know, it's like, you know, the phone, I don't think the phone cares. I didn't bring my professional microphone, so I don't have to worry about damaging it. Just got this old iPhone that is supposed to be somewhat highly water resistant. I don't know how much I believe it, but yeah, I mean, it's some cool stuff. But yeah, tomorrow, like I was saying, tomorrow and possibly Thursday too, I'm gonna be doing a live show from the studio. So I'm excited to more thoroughly showcase the new studio. And I got a call from one of my furniture providers, and they said, you know what? I'm like, what's that? They said, your sofa has arrived. I said, okay. I said, the sofa or the sofa chair? And it was just the sofa chair. I said, well, just wait and bring my sofa and the chair at the same time. So the studio is going to have a formal, well, not formal, it's just going to be laid back, but a nice sitting area in front of the bar. So, you know, the studio is getting upgrades. And, you know, that's the important thing with the YouTube channel. You know, it's you know, your live set, not just your video, not just your audio, but, you know, your presentation. You know, your studio is part of your presentation. And anyway, there's a cop over here. I'm gonna go tell this cop something. Not on video, but I got something to report. I got something to report, y'all. Actually, I don't. I'm just being stupid. But yeah, stay tuned for my upcoming live show, and I'll be doing it from the studio. So yeah, it is super duper rainy out here, but it's well worth it. Always worth getting out and walking in the rain.